We all know who the Philadelphia 76ers are taking number one overall tomorrow night, but what about the second round? What are they going to do there? They have a quartet of picks. What are they going to do? Now, while they do have 4 picks in the second round, I don't think they're going to use all of them. I think they're going to try to dangle Ja and maybe a couple seconds to try to get back in the first round. That's what I think they're going to do. But, since there are a quartet of picks, I went and I picked out 8 players as potential second-round sleepers for the Sixers. And before I get started, I want to I want you guys to let me know who are your sleepers in the second round. So I wanted to start out with the Oregon kids because there's a couple guys from Oregon that I like, and there's 2 in particular that I think are perfect fits for the Sixers. Obviously, this team needs shooters, a lot of them. And the one guy in the second round that could really fill it up from deep is Tyler Dorsey. Tyler Dorsey averaged 24 points per game during the NCAA tournament, 4 threes a game. Basically, that's his skill. That's his one skill. Shot 42.3% from 3. He launched 7.1 of them a game during his season last year at Oregon. And he ranked in the 81st percentile as a catch-and-shoot player. And that's important because, the Sixers are going to be doing a lot of driving and kicking. So Tyler Dorsey, the first name, the reason why he's going to be in the second round, he's only like 183 pounds at 6'4", and basically shooting is his one skill. So, but that's a skill that the Sixers need. Another guy that I'm pretty high on, this is a guy that's kind of rising up the charts a little bit, might not even be there in the second round, but I'm talking about Jordan Bell. And, you want to talk about a guy that plays with a high motor, that plays above the rim, that's super uber athletic. This guy is a rebounding menace. And now I don't want to compare him to Dennis Rodman or anything because that's just like ludicrous. But the game reminds me of Dennis Rodman. He doesn't care that he scores. He doesn't need to do that. He's going to get his offense in transition. He runs the floor well, obviously perfect with Ben Simmons. Very, very coordinated on lobs to the rim, so he can finish. Now, the reason why he's a potential second rounder, a bit undersized. He's only 6'9". He's going to play the 4 or the 5. But that athleticism is elite, in my opinion. And I think he's a guy that can switch on guards in the pick and roll. So modern pick and roll NBA, that's a huge asset to have. So Jordan Bell is the second name on my list. And the third guy is Dillon Brooks. Brooks is probably the most versatile of the 3, but I do think the other 2 are better fits for the Sixers. Fiery guy, scores on all 3 levels, improved his 3-point shooting this season. So he's 6'6", 220. So he, as an isolation player, uses his strength to get to the rim against smaller guys and uses his mobility against bigger players. And as I said, the shot improved to 40% from 3 last year, up from 34% the season prior. All right, let's get into the non-Oregon guys. Let's keep it local. Let's go Josh Hart from Villanova. Perimeter shooting and defense. 3-and-D. Hopefully, that's what Josh Hart will be at the next level. You're talking about a guy who's 6'5", 6 foot 8.5 wingspan. I'm curious to see how he translates to the next level because he's not flashy. He's not like super athletic. He's not explosive, but he's really, really smart. And he scores in a lot of different ways. And he moves off the ball well. Great offensive rebounder for a guard. He's a guy to look out for. So I believe he shot 40% from 3, which improved from 35%. And you look at his free throw percentage, about a 75% free throw shooter. So I do think the shot will translate at the next level. Next guy on my list is Frank Mason. He's not going in the first round. It's because he's 23 and he's 5'11". There's something about these scouts. They hate lack of size and they hate age. It's like this reminds me of the Tyler Ulis situation from last year. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where he goes, but he's a bulldog. He's a baller, and I'm not ruling him out at the next level. So Frank Mason, yeah, we'll see about him. Sindarius Thornwell, the next guy on the list, and you want to talk about a defensive specialist, 6'5", 6'10" wingspan. And he can defend multiple positions. Not super athletic, but he defends using his physicality and that length. Like I said, 6'10" wingspan. Gonna have to hit the three consistently to kind of stay on the floor, stretch the floor at the NBA level. But he did improve his shot to 39.5% last year from three. And I believe he was like an 80% foul shooter. So the shot looks like it could translate. As for other forwards, I'm not crazy about the second round class. I mentioned Jordan Bell. The only other guy that I might potentially be interested in is Alec Peters. I do think that this team needs a stretch four. So he's a guy that can shoot the ball. Now, he didn't have a great year last year from behind the arc, only shot like 36%, but 42% for his career at Valparaiso. Always been kind of unheralded because he never made the NCAA tournament, but I think he did. I think he did as a freshman, but he never got back there. So, but Alec Peters, I've been following his career for a while, and he's a guy that could be a stretch four. We'll see. Last guy on the list is Frank Jackson. Now, this is a guy that could go in the first round, but you look at his skill set. I think he's more of a scorer than a point guard. I believe he was like brought in to be the point guard, but he's not really a creator. He's more of an efficient scorer that puts up points in bunches. He's great at getting to the rim, really crafty, a driver to the basket, really athletic. But he doesn't create for others. He only had his assist average was like under 3 a game, which was kind of ridiculous. But Frank Jackson, the last name on the list. So that's it for that. Like I said before, I don't think they're going to use all 4 of their second rounders. I think they're going to try and get back in the first round. They're going to trade Ja in a couple seconds. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head's at right now. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know below again who are your second round sleepers. I'm out. Peace.